Hey everyone, welcome. Happy Tuesday. You can tell it is November 7th. For one, it's chilly outside and rainy, and so I'm donning the beanie. And it is always amazing to me that, you can wear, at least me, I can wear 5 layers of clothing and still be cold, but if I cover my head, I can do like anything. It's like the Superwoman hat, right? So like covering the outermost extremities. Hat, gloves, boots, those are always great. It's November. It's going to start getting cold. It is what it is. The second thing is my little sticker right over here. Vote. I have a small soapbox for 1 second. All it is comprised of is the fact that I just want to promote the fact that it's voting day. We have this opportunity. Some countries, some people in the world don't have that privilege, don't have that opportunity. So I am just a big believer in having your voice heard, in participating, in not complaining, but just trying to do something positive and constructive towards participating in what our society is consistent of. So educate yourself, know who's running for what, vote intelligently according to your values and what you want to see with our society. So that's my little soapbox. I'm off of it. So I wanted to record this. I wanted to record it actually last week, and it's so ironic because I wrote an article, a post about, like, do you exercise if you're feeling sick or ill or tired or if you're just not feeling like it? And like literally that day and like the days leading up to it, I felt like absolute crud. I spent all of last Tuesday evening, which was Halloween, and then Wednesday in bed, like just sleeping, which is very strange for me. I'm always on the go and always moving. So for me to lay horizontal for that long, number one, it was heavenly. Number two, I was like, man, I really wanted to do stuff for Halloween and, participate in festivities and stuff like that. But my question here is the title of the post was Listening to Your Body. And there's a little bit of intuition that comes with this. There's a little bit of, hey, once you like get in the flow and get in the momentum of exercising and fitness and those kinds of things, like you get used to kind of listening to your body and seeing what it's saying. But I gave some guidelines. I gave kind of like some breakdown here so that like if this is something that you're a little bit newer to, that you can kind of wrap your brain around. And I think that that's really helpful. A lot of times like we'll read knowledgeable articles or books or studies, courses, whatever, what have you, and they'll resonate with things that we kind of feel like we already know, right? So you might know something intuitively, but maybe you've never actually put words and context to it. So my question here was, like, have you ever wondered where the line is between needing a rest day and needing to push yourself? And the reality is that there is a fine line to dance upon, and I've compiled a couple of tips here to help you to consider which way to go on any certain day. So number one is, do you feel ill or sick or unwell? You might hear it in my voice. I still have congestion. I cough half the time. I'm trying to get entirely better for the marathon this Saturday because that's a big priority of mine. I want to enjoy it. I don't want to hack up a lung half or 3/4 of the way. I want to feel well for it. So like I'm on high recovery duty this week. But do you feel ill? Do you feel sick or do you feel unwell? And a couple of questions that I pose here are, number one, are your symptoms above your neck or are they below? So above only, such as like nasal congestion, just like some kind of sinus stuff going on in here, sore throat, sneezing, teary eyes, those kinds of things. Like it's likely that you can exercise and that it won't make things worse. In fact, it could actually help clear you up and make things better, make you feel better. If your symptoms are below the neck, so such as a chest cough or a fever, heavy fatigue in your body, body aches, those kinds of things, then it is better to rest. And look at the notes for this post, because I have referenced articles that you can read more into and kind of do your own research and self-educate yourself as well. Number 2, instead of the workout that you were planning for, you may want to take the intensity down and like, let's say, walk instead of run, right? Or you may want to take a Pilates or a yoga class, something to like stretch out your body. It should feel good. Just taking that intensity down from maybe like the HIIT class that you were thinking about, or the boot camp, or the strenuous run, what have you, right? This can be really helpful, particularly like if you're afraid of breaking your momentum with your exercise. So let's say you've created a really great habit and you're afraid that if you miss a day or 2 or even 3, you might have a hard time getting back to it if you take that time off to rest and recover. So decreasing that intensity can help you to, hey, I'm still doing something, it's all good, we're on track, we're on schedule, we're still moving. It can be helpful, okay? And then there's a side note here. Exercise does have immune boosting benefits when it's done moderately. However, like intense training, HIIT training, heavy mileage for running, etc., triathlon training, there are periods of time where this type of athletic training is more intense, and it can actually lower your immune system. So like if you're doing something like training for a marathon or doing intense HIIT workouts a number of times each week, boost your defenses with a multivitamin. Eat foods that are high in nutrients and antioxidants. Get plenty of sleep so that your body can recover. It's huge. Yes, all of these activities generate more energy, but we also need to be mindful of the fact that it's a lot on the body, because 9 times out of 10, that's not the only thing that we're doing, right? We're all still likely going to work and likely doing all the other things in our lives, like managing family and relationships and all of those kinds of things. So this is one outlet of our life. And we just need to be mindful of rest and recovery as well, okay? So number 2 was, are you tired? And kind of spinning off of that same thing is, are you getting enough sleep at night? The current studies are showing that the researched and the recommended amount of sleep for adults from age 26 basically to 64 is 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. 6 or 10, those little outliers can be acceptable for some people, like know yourself, right? Pay attention, see like, how do you feel on 6 hours of sleep? How do you feel on 10 hours of sleep? How do you feel on 7 or 8 or 9? Like, where's your sweet spot? Where is, I wake up rested, I have energy throughout the day, okay? Pay attention. Maybe keep a sleep log. That's a great concept, a great habit to form, just to kind of nail down, like, what is your sleep sweet spot? And, the question, of course, here also is, like, how are you feeling on a regular basis? Do you get sleepy at certain times of the day? Do you need caffeine regularly to function normally? I know that this is so normal for everybody to say, like, I start my day with a cup of coffee, and that can be comforting, and that's like a ritual that a lot of us start with, but like, do you need it? Are you not going to function in the morning if you don't have the caffeine? If that's the case, that might be a little indicator that you need more sleep, okay? I've been there often. So I have never in the past been a really big advocate for, yeah, let's sleep more. I've been more like, let's go, let's do more life, let's pack more stuff in here. Why do we have to sleep? So it's important to come back and say, how much sleep do I really need? And how is that actually going to support me throughout the day? Not only physically, but mentally, creatively, productively, my presence in terms of like where I'm at when I'm sitting here talking to you. Am I here? Or am I like, man, I really can't wait until I sleep later? Those kinds of things, right? So number 2, establish consistent sleep and wake schedules, even on the weekends. I like to go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. Create one thing that can help for this in terms of getting to bed on time is to create a regular, like, relaxing bedtime routine, such as like soaking in a hot bath, take some Epsom salts, throw it in the bathtub, soak for a little bit, like just chill, listen to some soothing music, something that makes you feel good, and create like a sleep conducive bedroom, like a little cave it's dark, it's quiet, it's comfortable, it's cool. And like exercising also regularly can help to improve your energy and your sleep rhythm. So number 3 is, are you eating nutritionally well? Are you regularly eating foods such as like fruits, vegetables, lean meats, healthy fats? And do you eat a moderate amount of food, meaning not too little, but not too much as well? And are you equally spacing out those meals throughout the day? Eating too little, it's really easy nowadays to get busy with work and other things to skip meals in the name of productivity and work, but our health is our best and biggest asset, and we should treat it as that. So without our health, we can't do any of the other things. Assess your priorities, make a plan, and execute it according to a way that nourishes you and fuels your life. Okay? Eating too much food. Food can totally be a comfort. We all know this. The holidays are upon us. Like, who eats a lot of food at Thanksgiving? I will be running a long distance before I do all of that. But it can be a comfort, and it's cross-cultural, right? So we've been raised to eat more, like maybe whenever we're stressed or when it's celebratory or whenever it's a holiday in that case. Moderation is key. Eat to live, don't live to eat. So it feels much better. We feel better whenever we are lighter. We're more nimble. We have more energy. We're not just like spending all of our energy processing the food that we ate, be it like fast food or whatever. Find other coping mechanisms for like difficult, stressful situations and days, such as like journaling or talking with a good friend, taking a bath, and practicing like other good self-care habits. And I have a link for this as well. They're habits as well. The self-care habits are habits that we have to implement and actually create the habit with them in order for them to feel natural and become natural and just a natural response to stressful situations. Lastly, number 4, do you just not feel motivated to do it? Okay, so many times, like, we have multiple things in our lives pulling us in different directions, to and fro. We're, having to recognize that we have to come back to ourselves and recognize that we're the deciders. The buck stops here, basically, right? So we're the ones that are at the helm that ultimately we have the power to do and to choose what gets done today and what will wait for tomorrow. So we choose our own priorities. That's including work, that's including family, that's including self-care, that's including exercise, including what we eat, all of the above. Practice strategic procrastination. I'm like starting to trip over my words here. Practice strategic procrastination. Say that 3 times fast for me. Chances are, not all of the items on your to-do list, if you're anything like me, not all of the items on your to-do list are critical for completion today, right? However, taking care of your health inside and out, like exercising, it has a cumulative benefit. So the benefits grow, meaning the benefits grow as you practice, and as you practice it consistently, practice this habit consistently. Just as with sleep, our bodies need movement and activity in order for them to perform at their best. You'll likely find that you will get more done in any given day when you take the time to exercise, because it does produce more energy and focus for other things. Okay, so still yet, if you can put another item off for tomorrow so that you can get 30 minutes of exercise today, if it's not critical, do it. Take the time for yourself. Move. Just go for a walk. Anything. Just get your body moving, get your heart rate up some. It will be wonderful. Trust me. Number 2, where can you glean motivation and inspiration from around you? If you're just not feeling motivated to do it, well, who within your circles does exercise regularly and would tell you to do it if you're wavering in your decision? Or number 3, like, okay, are the long-term effects of exercise just not moving you? I get that. You know, we're such in this like microwave mindset society today. Like everything's instant. Amazon, you know, you don't even have to wait 2 days anymore. You can get it now. So if you actually look, and I posted a link to the article here, there are massive benefits to just working out that come to you today. So check that out. It's really interesting, all the way down to DNA and how it changes your body. And number 4, like, can you sit down and recall the reasons why that you said that you were going to do it in the first place? The reasons why you said that you were going to exercise, take better care of your health, your fitness, your wellness in the first place. I mean, like the real deep, heartfelt ones, like the ability and the energy to play with your kids or your grandkids. Maybe reducing your own self-consciousness or growing your own self-confidence outside of anyone and anything else. Just feeling better about yourself, seeing maybe what you can do with your body, or even just like generally feeling better and stronger and more productive. Like, what is it for you, and how can you reconnect with that, and how can you remind yourself of it every day? One of the things that I'm telling my clients is like, post it up on your, computer screen at work. Post it on the fridge. Post it on the, put a little sticky note on the bathroom mirror. Whatever that you need to do to remind yourself regularly of the things that are really important to you. That way, like in the moment, you make decisions based on that versus whatever you're feeling like at the moment. Okay? So if you still have a question, or questions that pertain specifically like to your circumstances, reach out to me. I would love to talk with you about it. Leave it in the comments here if you like, or you can just send me a message, whatever's more comfortable with you. I'd love to start a conversation. I'd love to explore, like, let me know what you guys are up against or thinking about, or whatever questions that you have. Okay, I want to make this more interactive. I want to talk, and yeah, I'd love to see what I can do to help. So I will talk with you soon. Have an amazing day. Stay warm, stay dry. I'll be right here. And go vote. Yes. Okay. Bye.